I'm seeing Eric Nam today in Boston.
My name's Eric Nam.
We basically just made a beeline for the stage, and they were like, hello and welcome to my Eric Nam House on a Hill Boston tour vlog, or whatever you want to call it. Obviously I'm seeing Eric Nam today in Boston and I am very excited. I keep trying to say that I'm seeing him for the 3rd year in a row, but that is not true because there was a 2-year gap between the first time that I saw him in 2020 and then when I was able to see him again in 2022. But I'm seeing him for the 3rd time and I'm very excited. He's playing at the Roadrunner in Boston, which I have never been to before, so it's going to be a new experience, a new venue, which is always exciting but also a little bit anxiety inducing for me. I got here to Boston last night, so I've just kind of been chilling in my hotel room doing a whole lot of nothing and just waiting for it to be around 4 o'clock so that I can head over there and go get in line. I don't really care to go super early and just be sitting outside in the cold all day because it's cold and I don't want to sit outside all day. I don't super duper care about being like barricade because I have VIP, so I know that I'm getting in first anyway and I'll be relatively close. So I'm probably just gonna head over around the time that they are going to start managing the lines and like splitting them up from VIP and GA. On the little instruction sheet that they sent out, they said VVIP/VIP doors are at 6 p.m. and they're gonna start managing the lines around an hour and a half before that, so roughly 4:30. And luckily the commuter rail is right there, so I can just hop on it, be on there for like 5 minutes and get there like 2 seconds before they start moving the lines around. But yeah, I'm very excited to see him again. I have the set list all set and ready to go. I've already decided what songs I'm gonna film, and I think I'm probably just gonna stick to the newer songs and then like 1 or 2 of the other songs that I've already seen him do live. I just wanted to get my vlog started before I start getting too anxious about heading over to the venue. Hopefully this video is not gonna be too long, but we know me, I love to ramble, and the end portion when I talk about the concert afterwards is probably what's going to take the most time per usual, so I'll try and keep it short, but no promises. Hello again. So it's like 3:45-ish and I need to leave in about 15 minutes or something like that so that I can get my train to the literally 1 stop away to Boston Landing to go get in line. I don't know why, but I am just so nervous. Like I am genuinely going there and I'm going to just stand outside for an hour and a half before we get in. Like the VIP stuff is all happening after the show, like last time. So I don't know why I'm so nervous already, but here we are. But yeah, I kind of wanted to do a little like fit check like I normally do before shows. And unsurprisingly, I'm wearing the same shirt that I wear all the time. I need to get some new concert shirts because this is getting a little bit ridiculous. And then I also have decided to murder my feet this time. I know for 5 Sauce I was like, no, I don't want to wear my Doc Martens, they're just so heavy and annoying and I don't want to have to walk in them and they're annoying. But I've decided to give them a whirl this time. Unfortunately, I have had to preemptively band-aid my ankles because even just walking to go get lunch, my ankles were starting to feel a little sensitive. So I don't understand. It's a gamble every time I wear these shoes and I literally didn't bring anything else, so I have no other choice. But I'm so confused because listen, I wore my Docs, these same Docs, these Stompers, I wore them like 2 weeks ago to see 3 Racha at Global Citizen Fest, and I was wearing the exact same socks with them and I had the same inserts in them that I have right now. But for some reason today, the minute I started walking down the hallway to leave to go get my lunch, something felt very wrong and I was like, oh, that's the day I'm gonna have today. Perfect. So hopefully the band-aids help. Hopefully my ankles are not shredded by the time I get back here. But yeah, let me do my concert fit. So obviously my shirt is same as usual. And then I was gonna wear a skirt, but this time I'm wearing jeans because, like I said earlier, it is too dang cold for a skirt. I was like, yeah, it'll be fine, who cares? And then I actually looked at the weather and I was like, never mind, I need to wear pants because no. So yeah, that's my concert fit, and then I have my obviously like clear bag. I don't think we need to have clear bags for this venue. They didn't specify, they just said small bags. But I am excited to meet Eric again for the third time and see him perform, obviously. I've been seeing quite a handful of videos. There's like tea time somewhere within the set, so I'm very intrigued to see what the tea is going to be like for Boston. So very intrigued. I'm gonna try and film it if I can. I don't know when it happens though. Anyway, I need to finish getting ready and just be nervous for no reason whatsoever. is the day after the concert now, and I am going to try and film my thoughts like I normally do, and hopefully it'll be good enough so that I don't have to refilm it at home like I always do pretty much. But yeah, the show was so good. I love seeing Eric Nam so much. Like, oh my god, I'm so glad I got to go. Just a like quick rundown of the whole thing. So I got to the venue like right before they started managing the lines. So they first came around and gave us wristbands for if you're drinking or not, and if you weren't drinking, obviously you got X's. And then they came and checked us in for VIP/VVIP, whichever one we had. So they first check your ID, and then another person would scan your ticket, and then you would get your wristband. So mine for VIP, regular VIP, is green. The VVIP ones are orange. I actually really like that system of having the ticket scanned already. Oh, and you also got a stamp on your hand, but it washed off like pretty much immediately. But it was just a way for them to like get us in more quickly. So all they really had to do once we got through the doors was just check our bags. I befriended the couple that were in line behind me, so we just kind of hung out and stayed together for the whole night, which was really nice because I obviously was by myself, and I have a harder time like making friends at shows, and I usually just kind of stick to myself, but it was nice to have some people to hang out with. So we basically just made a beeline for the stage once we got in, and we ended up kind of like dead center pretty much, and it was more or less like the third row, which was very exciting. So very happy about that. Alexander Stewart was his opener for this show, and he was so good. Like, his voice is amazing. I definitely need to go check out his music as soon as I get home, because I forgot my headphones, so I can't listen to his music when I'm on the train home, so that's really annoying. He just has an amazing voice. He's so good live, and like him and his guitarist/piano player are such cuties. Like, I was obsessed. So definitely he has a new fan in me. He performed, I want to say like 6 or 7 songs, maybe more, I have no idea. He did one cover of The One That Got Away by Katy Perry, and then everything else was original songs. And I think the songs that I liked the most, well, I mean, I kind of liked everything that I heard, but I really liked I'm Trying and what is it called? I Wish You Cheated? Question mark? I don't know. I think it's a new song that he just recently released, and I think it's called I Wish You Cheated, but I can't remember. But yeah, I just kind of really liked everything. So definitely going to go check out his music, and I think all of you guys should as well, because he's amazing and he's so nice. We ran into him kind of after the show when we were in line for merch before VIP, and he was just so nice. He was like taking pictures with everyone, and he was just so happy to like have people coming up to him and wanting to take pictures with him. So he's great. And then obviously Eric was next, and as always he puts on an amazing show, and I kind of, as always, had zero self-control and filmed so much of it. I was really only hoping to film like all of the new songs, because obviously I've never heard those ones live before, and I would love to have the memory to go back and look at. Yeah, I don't know, English, maybe I'm more tired than I thought. But I definitely had like zero self-control and filmed way more than I intended, but that's okay. And I've already posted most of the concert clips on my other channel. That was like one of the first things I did when I got back, besides taking off my boots, because oh my god. So I said, I think, that I preemptively put band-aids on my ankles so that I wouldn't get blisters. I still got blisters right underneath where I put the band-aids, so that's really awesome and so fun. And these are the only shoes that I have to wear, so I have to make my blisters worse to go walk to the train, and I'm not excited about it. But anyway, his sass and his hip thrusting was off the charts. Like, I was shocked actually, like how insane, especially the like hip thrusting and like, I don't know, gyrating question mark it was. I was like, Eric Nam, are you kidding me? So I got a lot of it on video. It was mostly during You're Sexy, I'm Sexy, which makes sense, I guess. But I was like, oh, he's feeling himself. Got it. Tea Time was very interesting. lot of infidelity happening. I filmed the whole thing too, so, and I've already posted it, so you can go watch that if you want to. But the first tea time piece that I remember is that the person's roommate had a boyfriend, but they got pregnant by another person. And Eric was like, oh, okay. We did like 4 or 5, maybe more, but some of it had even his like texts shook. Like I could see them on the side of the stage, and they were like at some of the things that people were sharing with the class, as Eric said. So that was very interesting and shocking. Some of these people have some interesting lives, so I loved that. I was very much looking forward to it. I know I always say this, but I enjoyed the set list. It was different from the one that I found from a show that was like a week ago, so I think he's like switching it up every once in a while, and kind of moving things around, because the set list that I had some songs like You're Sexy, I'm Sexy and Love Die Young like earlier on in the set list, but then last night some of them were like in a different order. Like Love Die Young was closer to the end of the show rather than the beginning, like the set list that I had found. So I was like a little bit thrown off by that, because some of the songs that he was moving around I wanted to film, or like they were right after some of the songs that he was moving around in the set list, so I didn't know exactly when they were gonna happen. But luckily he would like talk and kind of introduce the songs first, and I was like, oh thank God, so that I could get them. It was just a really fun time. My feet hurt really badly and my legs hurt too, but it's absolutely worth it. So then I guess really quick, how much time do I have? A decent amount. I can show the merch that I got and also the poster for VIP. I was the last group to go get their picture taken with him. We ended up at the end of the line because the couple that I was with and we went to the merch table before kind of just standing around waiting to be told where to go for VIP, because the staff told us if you're VIP and you didn't get merch yet, you need to do it right now because it's going to close soon. So we immediately ran and got in line, and so I was very tempted beforehand to get one of the signed CDs, and so they don't have them actually at the show, they're gonna ship them to you. That was kind of my main goal. I wasn't planning on getting a shirt, but then I ended up getting one, and I did also get a signed CD. I didn't know how it would work because I think they said there was like limited CDs available for each show, so I didn't know if by the end like they had kind of hit their cap for that, but I guess they didn't, because I was able to buy one. And there's like a little laminated paper on the table that tells you like what is inside and tells you the price. And just fair warning, if you are going to Eric's show and you are hoping to get one of the signed CDs, it is quite pricey. I was not expecting it to be so much, but I did it, I bought it. So they give you a little, or you have to scan a QR code, and then they'll give you a little like paper. Obviously I'm not going to show it because it has my code on it. Then you go to the website, on the QR code, enter the little code on the paper, and then you put in your name, your shipping address, all that good stuff, and then they will be able to ship the CD to you. But yeah, it was $90. So if you are thinking of getting that, keep that in mind. Again, I wasn't planning on getting a shirt, but then I was like, okay, you know what? I just spent $90 on this CD, so might as well just spend a little bit more and get a t-shirt. So I got this one with him and little yellow flowers on the front, and then all of the tour dates on the back. And I got mine in a large, and I'm assuming that's probably the right size. It might be like a little bit big, but that's fine. That's normally how I get my concert shirts. So that was all I got, and then we went and got in line, stood in the giant blob of people. I don't know, it wasn't really a line, for VIP. And like I said, we were at the end, so we were the very last group. I was very stressed because the instructions for the show and like how the timing was all gonna work out, it was like, yeah, the show's gonna end at 10, and then the VIP meet and greet portion is gonna end roughly an hour after the show's over. But Eric didn't come out, and they didn't come out to like start getting set up for that until like, I want to say almost 10:50, but I had to train at 11:59 that I needed to catch, and we were at the very end of the line, so I was like, please, I hope this goes really quickly because I need to make this train. And it ended up working out, so that was really great. But then, of course, we got our posters as the VIP perk. Love this glare. This is humongous. It's a lot bigger than there we go. It's a lot bigger than the ones from previous years. I think the first one was like roughly 11 by 17, and then the one from last year I think was like a 12 by 18. I am going to say that this is at least, I want to say this is 24 by 36. We got a little VIP tour sticky thing, which I didn't think that we were getting. I thought that was only for VVIP, but I guess not. I have no idea. Let's see, what else? Oh, also, while we were in line, one of the, I think it's just one of his staff, I think, she just came to the end of the line and she had a couple of set lists in her hands, and she was just like, oh, we have extra, do you guys want them? And one person took one, and then the person had her back to me, but I like guess I said it loud enough. I was like, oh, can I have one? And she turned around and just gave it to me, and I was like, yes. So this is my first ever set list, and if I could get it out of this bag, that would be really awesome. One of the people who was right in front of me, she actually had dressed up like the girl from the Don't Leave It music video, which I thought was so cute. She got the one that he was actually using, so it's got his like orange tape around it, but I have one of the extra ones. So if you're curious about what the Boston set list is, here it is. I'm very excited about this. This is my first set list ever. I've never been able to get one, or like a pick or a drumstick from any of the bands that I've been able to see. I've always tried really hard to convince whoever it is to give it to me, and they never do. So that's fun. But this one just kind of fell into my hands, so I'm very excited about that, and I don't know where I'm gonna put it. Should I frame it? I don't know. I guess I can kind of cover my code and the QR code, but this little square paper is what you'll get when you buy a CD. This is like your proof of purchase, basically. So yeah, keep in mind that it is pretty expensive if you are hoping to get one. So I think that's kind of everything. I don't know. I think it kind of needs to be, because I need to leave pretty soon. So yeah, that was my experience seeing Eric Nam. I am so glad that I was able to see him again for not the third year in a row, but pretty much the third year in a row, because I'm not counting COVID years. It's always a great time seeing him, and I, again, highly recommend, if he's coming anywhere near you, or even if he's not and you want to go on a fun little trip, go see him, because the show is so fun. Oh, also, he sprayed his water on us 3 times, which was very nice because, oh my god, it was so hot in there. But yes, anyway, the show is an absolutely amazing time. He's so great live. He's so funny. Like, it's not just a concert, it really is like a show, you know? He always says that it's like half TED Talk, half performances, and that is definitely what it is, and it's just such a great time. So highly recommend you go see him if he's coming near you, or even if he's not, go do it. And if you don't even listen to him but you're watching this video, go support him, go listen to his stuff, go check out his channel, go check out all of his stuff. So that's all. But yeah, that is all for this video, and I will see you in my next one.